There is reef around the whole of Barbados. Barbados itself was once a reef, by the way. Barbados is a coral island. We actually grew up out of the sea, such as this reef. Back here on board, we've got a school of schoolmaster snappers. They all bent in one direction. The feather plume. Those brown feather, that's like the tail. They're going to fill them on starboard. They're all facing forward towards the south. That tells us that the current is coming from the north. Also, if you look at the sea fans, you'll notice that the sea fans, they all align themselves in one general direction. These are filter feeders, and they feed on plankton. If you look directly out the viewport, you'll see lots of tiny white particles drifting by. Right now we are still 55 feet below the surface. As I said before, we are viewing everything in its natural light. Lots of brown chromy and blue chromy on either side. We're said to be first cousins. We're not sure if it's from the father's or the mother's side. They're said to be closely related to brown cleaner wrasse. They have to keep all the larger fish on the reef clean. They do this by setting up feeding stations all over the reef as the larger fish swim by. You'll find those small fish eating away any parasites from the body of the fish. There's a trumpet fish on port, long skinny one. We've got some more of the port-side jacks or cavali on the starboard side. This is though most of the larger fish seem to be going away on the starboard. Some silver sides now going away on the port, also on the starboard side. Okay, if you look through the front viewport, here's what we were looking for. Right through the front viewport. Large school of jacks, lots of horse-eyed jacks. Given that name because it is said that their eyes resemble those of a horse. So looking at the bodies of these jacks, we see a horizontal line going along the tail. These lateral lines allow the fish to detect any movement whatsoever in the water. Here we're going to do another pass starboard. These fish, by the way, are quite edible. Some days we see schools that are so large we can hardly see where we are going. So this fish get to be quite large. There's a relative of the jack, and it's called the African Pompano. That one is extremely large. I'd say they probably clock quite close to 50 pounds. The male is about approximately 2 inches larger, and they have bits of yellow on the side of the body. We also just went by a lovely colony of green tube sponge on the starboard. Those green tube-like structures. Most structures, they'll lay the eggs. Then the males, they'll watch them until they hatch and take care of the young ones while mommy goes out and play. The daddies will stay at home. Right now we are still 55 feet below the surface. In a little while we'll be taking you down into some deeper water. The reef is a fringing reef and it slopes off gradually on both sides. The more beaches, there's one of those smiling males going by on port. He's now going to take a bite out of the hard coral. This is how they feed. He's going to digest the animal part, which is the polyp. And he'll excrete the calcium-based substance or the skeletal form as a finely ground sand. So most people, it's natural light. It's a lovely rock beauty, just went by on port, small yellow and black fish. Black in the center of the body, yellow at both ends. The rock beauties belong to the angelfish family. Okay, Richard is giving us his Willoughby was an old water carrying barge which was used to transport fresh water to large ocean-going vessels before the Deepwater Harbour was built in 1961. Upon completion of the Deepwater Harbour, completion of the Deepwater Harbour, the vessel was given to some scuba divers who sunk it on purpose. They put a hole in a small bouquet of flower corals just in the midst of that basket sponge. As I said, the wreck was sunk on purpose. The long skinny stick like fish, the trumpet fish. So very lucky we'll also see a few barracudas. The barracuda is somewhat short-sighted and very attracted to shiny objects. There's a queen parrotfish, turquoise in colour, moving away from us, again on starboard. The jacks. Okay, we've been told by our surface officer that we are clear to surface. So at this point in time, we will